The finish line is in sight in the Ontario election. We're 1 week away from the big vote, and party leaders are ramping up their campaign messaging. Alan Carter is tracking all of this for us. Okay, Alan, what areas are the leaders visiting today, and what are they saying?
Faiza, it's a Southern Ontario day for the three leaders, two in Toronto. Doug Ford beginning in Burlington. Then he went to Milton, where he was asked about why is it that Ontario taxpayers are funding an advertising blitz south of the border that includes advertisements on Fox News and even sponsoring programs like the Hannity program. Here's what Doug Ford said in response.
Those ads are extremely effective. You know, they've hit over 500 million people. But what you did leave out were advertising on CNN. I'm on CNN, CNBC, I'm on Fox News. Because you know what we have to do? We have to tell the Canadian story. We have to tell the American friends, and they are our friends and they are our allies, that without Canada, there's going to be inflation. A Trump tariff on Canada is a tax on Americans.
Ford receiving an endorsement from Nova Scotia Premier Tim Houston today. And if you can't wrap yourself in the flag, do the next best thing and don a Team Canada hockey jersey. Ford trying to make the point that this election is really about who is best suited to stand up to Donald Trump. Meanwhile, Marit Stiles, the leader of the NDP, was struggling to vote in advance polling and has a different idea about what this election's about.
You know, I think that that it's tough for a lot of people to get out in weather like this, and I know Doug Ford is. I think Doug Ford is counting on that. I think his whole plan all along was to hold this election in the winter, a snap election, hope nobody would show up, and I think he's wrong. I think people are going to show up. I think they're going to turn out because this is an important election, and people know that their vote has the power to change things.
Now, advance voting is underway. It's today, Friday, and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Keep in mind, Election Day is Thursday, February 27th, and polls are open that day, 9 to 9. Let's go green now to Mike Schreiner in Kitchener, promising to protect renters.
We have to fix this situation in Ontario. People deserve a government that's going to fight for fairness and ensure that they have the stability and predictability, especially in the affordability crisis that we're facing right now. The Ontario Greens, inspired by the great work Ashland Clancy's done here in Kitchener Centre, will put forward legislation and fight to protect tenants across the province of Ontario.
Now, the Greens had two MPPs at dissolution, Ashland Clancy, who you heard Mike Schreiner talking about there, and then Mike himself in Guelph. It will be interesting to see, can the Greens hold on to those two seats? Can they gain more in southwestern Ontario? Bonnie Crombie speaking to the Canadian Club in Toronto today. Really, as we have a week to go, again, you have Doug Ford trying to frame this all about the Trump tariffs and the other leaders trying desperately to move him off of that message. Back to you, Faiza.
Okay, 7 days and counting. Alan Carter, thank you so much.